Welcome to the Commander Crew, a Magic the Gathering Commander YouTube channel where we ask the question, who's your commander?
We want to thank you for watching our videos. You can help support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and hitting the bell notification icon.
You can also go to thecommandercrew.com to check out our t-shirts, masks, pet hoodies, and other Commander Crew goodies.
If you want to buy any of the cards seen in this video, be sure to click our TCG player affiliate link in the show notes below.
Lastly, you can help us out by heading to our official Patreon page and becoming a direct supporter of the channel. Now let's
get to the video.
Oh no.
All right, what's up everybody? It's your boy Eddie from the Commander Crew, and today we're going to do something a little different. Actually, let me pause that video right there. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to be talking about blinging out your deck. We're not going to be talking about DIYs. We're not going to be talking about purchasing altars off of Etsy or any other place that you can think of. We are going to be talking about blinging out our decks using official Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering cards, okay? And the way that we're going to go about doing this is we're going to be looking for those alternate art cards, those extended borders, borderless cards, extended art, and even those showcase cards. And I'm going to show you guys how to do all of those utilizing TCG Player. So the first thing that you're going to do, hopefully, if you guys are down with supporting our channel and helping us to produce more content, scroll down into the show notes of this video and click on that show more button, and you're going to see a TCG Player affiliate link. So if you go ahead and click on that link, it's going to bring you over to the TCG Player website. And again, utilizing this does mean that you're helping to support us with any of the singles that you purchase. We do get a percentage from TCG Player. So now, once you're on the TCG Player website, you're going to see there's a bunch of places that you can go here. I'm sure plenty of you guys have used this website before. Oh, and look, 8% bonus bucks. Not to change the subject, but that's awesome. Nice little deal going on right now. Definitely going to make some purchases today and take advantage of that. So first things first, I'm going to take you through a couple of things on the website that can help you with deck building or finding cards for the deck that you're in the middle of building. And then we're going to take it into blinging out our deck. All right. So first and foremost, Magic. You hover over that Magic tab, and then under here you're going to see latest sets. You're going to see some decks. You're going to see articles. You're going to see a mass entry, which is great if you're looking to purchase a large amount of cards at once. And then you're also going to see the advanced search. So we can go ahead and click on that. And then in the advanced search, you're going to see something very similar to Scryfall and The Gatherer, where you can go ahead and you can search for an exact name. You can search for rules. You can search through set names and printing and types of printings and rarities and the format that you're looking to purchase for, and so on and so forth. You can also scroll down and you're going to see a list of all of Magic the Gathering's expansion sets, as well as special sets such as the upcoming Commander Collection Green, and Commander Legends for that matter. So we're not going to use any of this today, but I just wanted to show you guys that this was something that was available that would be able to help you with finding cards that you need for your decks. What we're going to do instead is we're just going to use the search bar. So what we're going to search for, because again, we're looking to bling out our decks. So one of my all-time favorite ways of doing that is with extended art. So we'll start there. You can literally do a search for extended art, hit enter, and on the left hand side, as soon as it pulls up, you're going to see a little icon right here. It says Magic the Gathering. If you click on that, that's going to filter it out to only Magic the Gathering cards. Now, the other thing that I like to do, because I'm not looking to spend, $5, $10, $15, $20 on a card, I like to sort it, and you can see it's already pre-sorted by low to high market value. And then from there, I literally scroll through, and you can see there's a ton of cards already in my cart right now, and that's from doing this. I was in the middle of doing it, and I thought I'd show all of you guys how to go about doing the same. So we scroll through, and if we see a card that we really like or we think will work really well in a deck, we scroll through and we just select it. So for instance, I'm in the middle of building a Kaza Royal Chaser commander deck. And you can see this thing is 22 cents. And look at that art. That art is absolutely amazing. So if I go over and I right click, I have an extended art Kaza. And if I scroll down, I can also switch it out to a foil printing. Now, for an extra 60 cents, all right, we're talking about less than $1, I can get a near mint foil Kaza to lead my commander deck, which I think I'm gonna do. So we're gonna add that right into my cart. All right. And the reason that I do them in new tabs is I find it a little bit easier to manage where I left off on my last tab. So for that, we're gonna go back over, and we're gonna go into the next page, and we will literally just scroll through, open them up in new tabs, and pick out the things that we want. So Verazol, that's a deck that I've been considering building for a little bit. So I'm going to add that in, and for 14 cents, I'm probably going to pick that up, okay? If you guys are looking for a new staple for landfall decks, I mean, Nahiri's Lithoforming is awesome. When you can pull this off the right way, which a lot of the times that you tap all your lands, sacrifice them, and then draw a card for each land that you just sacrificed, and then have a Splendid Reclamation, for example, and bring them all back from the graveyard to the battlefield. So that card is absolutely amazing. We're gonna grab one of those too. And like I said, I just scroll through Torborax. I have a Torborax, what's it called? Shadowborn Apostles deck, which is really fun. I've been meaning to build a Grakmaw deck. I'll pick up an extended art for that. And we just scroll through and pick out the stuff that we really like or we think will work well. And once I start getting into the higher costing cards, look at this. For Griswold, this card is great. Once I start getting into the higher costing cards, I will just stop and I'll switch over to a different... excuse me. I'll switch over to a different type of border. Actually, you know what? Let's just do that now. So instead of going through the rest of the extended arts, but like I said, take some time, scroll through these. I think you guys will be really surprised at what you'll find, and some things that you'd be able to take advantage of. So the next one that I like searching for is borderless. So borderless cards are absolutely gorgeous. And actually, when you're typing in borderless, it looks like you can just choose in Magic the Gathering there, so that you don't have to check it off here again, which is nice. So these cards right here, you're gonna see a lot of Planeswalkers. And it's cool because for me anyway, I collect Planeswalker cards. So not only do I already have a Nahiri Ear of the Ancients in my Planeswalker binder, I can now pick up a borderless one, and it's going to cost me 50 cents. I mean, that's just incredible. I already have a borderless Jace, so we're not going to worry about picking up one of those. I definitely don't have a borderless Elspeth. I have this Calyx already. We'll pick up a Narset. I have Nissa. We can pick up that Chandra. And then going away from Planeswalkers a little bit, these new lands, I mean, for $1.50, you can pick up a Crab Crown Path for all of your landfall green-black decks, Gruul decks. Or if you needed a Bright Climb Pathway or a Branch Loft Pathway, same thing. I mean, these things are $2. And they're borderless cards. The art on them is amazing, especially this one. Look how gorgeous this art is. Wow. That card is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, gotta love that. I didn't even realize there was somebody gliding there. It looks like Tarzan or something. So moving on. Yeah, so what I usually say is scroll through these, pick out the cards that you know that you need, and pick out any commander staples. So for instance, Meddling Mage, that's probably gonna end up being a staple in blue-white control builds. You know, we can use that to stop somebody from literally casting their commander. That's pretty good. So Phyrexian Metamorph, we already know that as a staple in our format. And then I know, there it is. We have Brainstorm, and we have Crop Rotation, Expedition Map, and Lightning Greaves. I mean, these are cards that are used constantly in our format. We even use Fatal Push every now and again. So take a look, scroll through these. Don't buy a Blood Moon. Scroll through these and pick up some of these cards. I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys to go out and spend $17 on a card, because me personally, I wouldn't do that. But if it's something that's within your budget and you want to use it to bling out your deck, go right ahead. Me personally, I usually stay within $5. Like that Crop Rotation, I'd probably pick up. In fact, we'll add that too. But I try not to go over that. Just, keep the decks a little bit lower cost. I mean, all we're doing is changing out the art, and we know we can get a Crop Rotation, normal printing for under $5. So we don't want to go too crazy. So let's move on to one of the next types of art collections that Wizards of the Coast offers for Magic the Gathering cards, which are showcase cards. And same thing, we're going to click in Magic the Gathering. And you're going to see it's already sorted low to high. And we're just going to scroll right through. And when we see a card that we know will be useful in one of our decks, we're going to pick them out. So, for example, Spitfire Lagic. This card is great in those landfall decks like we were talking about with Nithalform. This card would be terrific in Chris's deck, actually. So I'm probably going to end up sending that over to him in Chris's Omnath deck. And same thing, continue scrolling through, look for the different cards that we want to be able to utilize in any of our existing decks or any decks that we're in the middle of building. And then we just pick them up. I mean, like I said, most of these are only a couple bucks. That Spitfire was 5 cents. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I have no problem spending 5 cents on a card, you know. Now, in Showcase in particular, what you will find is there's not a lot of cards, at least for me, that I like using. Not because the art isn't gorgeous, because it is, but just because they're not. Some of them aren't very useful, or most of them aren't very useful in most of my decks. This Liliana Standard Bearer I'm going to pick up because card draw in black is always amazing, especially when you're building an Aristocrats deck. This card, awesome, really cool commander to build around. You guys saw that over on game nights from the command zone. Teferi's Tutelage, we'll pick up one of those. Garrick's Harbinger, we'll pick up one of those. Oh, actually, whoop, no, we don't want that. I thought that was something else. Yep, I don't want that. And like I said, these things here are pennies, right? You can even pick up some lands. Look at Plains, the Showcase Plains, 15 cents. Look how nice that art is. That's absolutely gorgeous. Valakut Exploration. Anybody playing red needs to play more of this card. This card is incredible. Actually, I'm going to pick one up too. Look, in Basic Forest, 14 cents. Like, this is Swamps, 29 cents. Islands, 28 cents. This is absolutely insane. Garrick's Uprising. This is what I thought I was clicking on before. Felidar Retreat. There's another one. Teferi's Ageless Insight. There's another one. These are cards that are literal staples in our format. 69 cents for a Teferi's Ageless Insight. Now, if it was a normal printing, it would definitely be a lot less without question. But look at that art. Look how clean that looks. Look how gorgeous that is. Those are the types of cards that I like to include in my decks when I can. Again, this isn't something that you're going to do all the time. Scoot Swarm, there's another one. This isn't something that you're going to do all the time. This is just, you know, when you're feeling that itch to really bling out one of your decks, this is a nice way to do it. And in a lot of cases, you can pick up cards under $1. Look at this. Lotus Cobra, $2. This card is crazy in every deck that plays it. Take a look at some of these. We're going to pick up Morag. Take a look at some of these and definitely pick some up because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at what you'll find. All right, so we took you through Borderless. We took you through Extended Art. We took you through Showcase. Now there's one more type of printing that I'm going to take you through that I think you guys will like a lot. And that last type is Alternate Art. And for this one, we're going to make sure that Magic the Gathering is selected over on the left. Keep it low to high. What you're going to find here, so you will find some English versions of cards like Astral Drift and that alternate art, which is terrific if you're going to play any of those cycling decks. You're going to find a lot of Japanese alternate arts, especially from Ikoria and from War of the Spark, just with all those Planeswalkers and the Mutate cards. So I do like a lot of those. I love the art on them. Sometimes playability is a little iffy because you really have to know the card that you're playing. And what I'll usually do is I'll scroll down and I'll just, same as before, I'll look for all the cards that I think are really playable. So for instance, Scavenging Ooze, that card I'm picking up. Look at that. That art is amazing. And we're going to just keep scrolling through and find the things that we like. And then that brings us over to Solemn, Simulacrum, and Cultivate. This card, it's $1. Now, I know that you can pick up a Cultivate for pennies, but we're talking about $1.46 for one of the most gorgeous art that I've ever seen printed on a card. This thing is amazing. It is one of my favorite arts of any cards that I've ever seen. and I'm probably gonna pick up a good handful of them, just because, I mean, it's $1, right? $1.50. That's just amazing. Oh, look at this Massacre Worm too. That's an absolute commander staple. That's something that's played in a lot of black decks, and that art, while it is terrifying, is really clean, and I love the borderless look. I love the alternate art. I think that's terrific. And again, it's $2, right? $2.40. Going into these planeswalkers. I know we don't play a lot of planeswalkers in our format just because they're really susceptible to removal. But Ugin the Ineffable, if you're playing a colorless deck, absolutely goes in there. And if you're playing a deck that has a ton of creatures, Vivian Champion of the Wilds is an absolute auto include just to be able to play those creatures at instant speed. Nicol Bolas, that's just terrific. I'll pay the $11 for that. You can get a Grim Tutor. And like I said, I don't typically go over the $5 mark, but I'm just a really big Planeswalker fan, so in this case, we'll make the exception. But you can pick up a Grim Tutor if that's something that you're into. You know, whatever cards that you like, that you really want to be able to showcase and utilize to bring out to bling out your decks. I believe this is one of the best ways of doing it, and most of the time, like I said, you can get these for only a couple bucks. I mean, in some cases, you go out and you buy an altar, which I'm not gonna knock at all, because some of these altars are absolutely amazing, but in some cases they're not actually real cards. And with these, you can pick up the real printing, something that a well-known artist that you know of made an altar for, and they just look absolutely terrific. So that pretty much does it for our video today. If any of you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Like this video, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. And if you're able, like I said, for sure, use that TCG player affiliate link in the show notes below to take you through some of these cards. And other than that, take care.